Eleanor Ostrom, who died recently, got a Nobel Prize for a work on tragedy of commons. She said, if there is a communal pasture and all of us are shepherds, and if there's a communal pasture in the middle, I will have my sheep, I will increase the number of sheep in my herd and the cows in my herd, because I can milk them, I can make cheese, and economically I'm strong. And if I add one more, you see that Babar has added one more, you add one more. You do not realize the pressure that is putting on the commons. So suddenly what happens after some time, the pasture on which everyone is dependent, that is not there anymore. And it creates a magical force forcing every one of us to migrate from this place. And I will look for new pastures, I will go out, because this pasture needs time to grow, to regrow. And that's a magical force that happened, and that is also something that happened in Kashmir. Tragedy, because greed comes into play, because I'm only worried about myself. So when this happens, there's a magical force that comes into play, and that magical force actually forces all of us to migrate and abandon these houses. Tragedy of commons is related to uncontrolled human population growth, water pollution, even spam emails, because spam email degrades the usefulness of email systems and increases the cost of the users of internet while providing a benefit for only a tiny few. Some argue that the way society is structured is basically it is destined to be mismanaged, because greed comes into play. If there is a common that we're thinking about, be it air pollution, the roads, whatever common that we're using, there's a tragedy that will happen. And self-emotion is more powerful than the societal good. And society will never have 100% agreement on anything. So this is how the society is structured, and this talks about how, and this also eventually gives us an opportunity to look at what are the points we can hit and which will benefit everyone. One of the concepts which was which came out of Eleanor Ostrom's work was polycentricism, and how do you manage this pasture? Should it have people who are local to that area take control of that pasture, or should the government come into play? How this should be controlled?